Hello and welcome back to MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things Magic. And in today's video, we are continuing our series of Tales, or MTG Burgeoning's Tales from the LGS. So if you are anticipating a deck tech today, a top 10, or a rewards video of some kind, then this is not the video for you. So in this video today, we are going to talk about where we left off last time in the last full season of the LGS EDH League that I had participated prior to imposing an exile of sorts due to the conditions of what happened during the Store Championship. And if you missed that, you can go and check it out in the archives, or perhaps clicking the link in the description below. I mean, it left off on a bad note, but I have to be honest, in reflecting, the LGS EDH League was just amazing. The prize structure alone was enough to continue to participate even without reaching an invitational, even without having a chance at the Store Championship. I mean, every single week of the season, if you were a participant, you paid your fee. It was $5 to maintain your fee in the league, and every single time you paid it, you got a pity pack. And a pity pack was any pack that was at the time legal and standard. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, you're paying to play. Part of your portion is going towards your league fee, which is carrying over into the invitational, the Store Championship prizes, and you're getting a pack every week. You can't beat that. It was just awesome for only $5. It was sweet. Additionally, when you would play each week, and if you were to win your pod, you would earn store credit. So if you played in a pod and you paid your $5 and you got your pity pack and you won your pod, you're plus for the week. You're already gaining back more than you invested. And that's pretty sweet, because if you made it to the final pod of the night, the super pod, and you won the super pod, you got even more store credit. It was just great. I mean, you could pay, you can conceivably show up, pay $5, end up with a pack and like $10 of store credit. It was just great. I mean, and those were just the weekly rewards. If you're lucky enough to get it into the invitational, which I was in every full season I participated, the prizes were just amazing. Even for not winning the Store Championship, and everyone that made it in, you were getting something sweet, and you knew it too. Aside from just the numerous amounts of booster packs that you were able to get by reaching the invitational. Oh, I'm trying to think. There were times when we drafted like all 8 players of the invitational each year based upon how you finished. So if you were the Store Champion, you had the first pick. If you were the last, banging the camera all over the place. If you were the last one to survive at the final table, you had the second pick, and then third pick, and then all the way down to the 8th pick. And the store owner would crack open like a From the Vault, where they would have like so many different cards. I think there sometimes would be like exactly like 8 cards or something. It was something like that. Like I specifically remember From the Vault Lore was drafted twice for the same event. Two From the Vault Lores, and that had, the foil Dark Depths, the Yumizawa's Jit, the foil Merit Lodge token. There was a draft of From the Vault Transform, where they had the different planeswalkers in there from Magic Origins, where they started off as a creature and then they would transform. They had the 5 different ones there. I remember during that draft, I was able to pick up Nissa and Gideon. Nissa and Gideon from that draft, from the Vault draft. So that was pretty sweet. Oh, so many red commons. We're gonna have to put them over here. And that was in addition to a number of in standard. Well, they actually weren't always standard booster packs. The one season, and this was amazing too. The actually, it was the most recent season that I was talking about here, the season, the 5th full season that I had participated in with the partner deck. The prize, every single participant ended up with, as a minimum baseline for your prizes, every single person ended up with 3 packs of Masters 25. So that was just the base. What the heck? That was just the floor that everybody started with, was 3 packs of Masters 25, and then based upon where you finished 1 through 8, you would get additional things like other booster packs or like some specialty sealed products, or you can get in some additional store credit for other singles and just sleeves and things like that. It was just amazing. And I still remember those Master 25 packs. I really do, because like I said before, it was the last full season, last time I would participate in the LGS's EDH league. And I still remember the night. I was out with my family, and it was on a Saturday, and it was getting a little late. I shouldn't say a little late for an LGS that usually would close around 8 on a Saturday night. It was getting around, probably like 6:30, something like that. And I had with me my, I guess you would call it, voucher for going and claiming your prize from the Invitational. I had it with me, and we were out, we were doing shopping. I had the younglings with us, of course. And I'm like, well, why don't I just run in and just grab some, just grab my winnings with my voucher here, and then we don't have to venture back out at another time. I was like, all right, that's pretty sweet. So I went there, picked up the packs, grabbed them, went back home, went to sit down and go to open them. And pack 1, the rare in that pack was some kind of goblin. I don't even remember. It was very, the goblin was very not memorable. Let's put it that way. The rare goblin was pretty unmemorable. Pack 2, Flooded Grove, was the rare in pack 2, and I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet, because I didn't have very many of those. I didn't have very many filter lands at the time, and I was like, oh, this is my first copy of Flooded Grove. That's awesome, because they were, they had not been printed very often. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. Flooded Grove, that's pretty sweet. And at the time, that was close to a $15 to $20 card. I'm like, wow, that's pretty sweet. That's a great reward right there. Then I get to pack 3. I'm going through when I hit my rare slot, and folks, fans of MTG Burgeoning, it was not a rare in that pack, it was a mythic, and you may not believe me when I tell you, but I'll tell you right now, it was a Jace the Mind Sculptor as the mythic rare in that pack. And that was, at that point in time, and I'm going to definitely preface this by saying at that point in time, that was most likely the most valuable card, single card I had ever pulled out of one pack of Magic the Gathering. I'm pretty sure that there was no other thing I had pulled out of one pack than that Jace the Mind Sculptor from a pack of M25 as part of the rewards for participating in my LGS's EDH League. I mean, the rewards were just amazing. I can't even tell you the number of booster packs that were offered as rewards during the invitational time, regardless of where you finished. The drafts of the From the Vault boxes, just opening up numerous From the Vaults just for the purposes of drafting them. And then the store credit, of course. I mean, it was just, the rewards were just so amazing. It was a wonderful time participating in that league. I have absolutely no regrets in doing it, and I'm sure at some point in time, post-pandemic, there will be a moment where I return to the league. I'm looking forward to that. I'm open to doing it. But at the time that I did take my departure, I thought it was the right thing to do. But I'll tell you, those rewards, they were worth every single potential week that we were participating. It was worth every single trip out there, every pod played, every pod lost, every invitational made. Boy, that those rewards make up for it. Now, what I never did, and I probably not that I should have, But it would have been interesting to take inventory of how much, from a financial standpoint, I would have invested during my, the weekly league fees, the weekly fees to participate in the league versus what I would return as what I would get back in the form of rewards and prizes from store credit, from booster packs, and stuff like that, to see exactly how much was I able to net in the investment of participating in this league. I didn't do that, but it would be interesting if I ever chose to do that in the future. I think it would be pretty interesting to just catalog. I really do. All right, I don't really have much more with regards to those amazing rewards and prizes from the EDH League. They were something else, I'll tell you. I think about them a lot. All right, folks, these are the Tales of MTG Burgeoning, LGS Edition.